Brittany Renner is a garden tool, but she's a natural born hustler, right? A lot of people may not like Brittany Renner, but she plays the game, and the game that she's in, she plays it to the fullest. We all remember around 2018, she showed up to Kentucky Wildcats games, and she was on the hunt. She was looking for a victim, and her first victim that she found was PJ Washington, and they started dating. He was drafted number 12 overall in the 2019 NBA draft, and she knew that she arrived and she was going to get a check. 2 years later, they end up having a son, and she knew, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get a bag. And what she started to, what she started to do was, start promoting herself and start promoting her image all online, because she had a plan the whole time, and she knew that she was going to use these NBA players to catapult herself into who she became. It didn't matter about morality and morals and all that kind of stuff. She was selling her body, selling a sexual image. And she was starting to make a lot of money off of it. But, good things come to an end, and the relationship didn't work. It ended up going sour. She ended up putting all the blame on him and not taking no accountability and talking about his cheating, to the point where she went on the show and she said this.
What was the last straw for you?
Honestly, the OnlyFans stuff. And he told me he had never purchased anything, and wasn't doing this and this, and literally I just gotta tell the truth. I pulled up bank records that he had in the safe that we had, and I saw all these charges, and it was a 2-year-old lie, and I'm like, you still didn't tell the truth about this?
Right. And this was for OnlyFans?
Yeah, and there's a lot of other stuff too.
Like what?
Like catching him watching or someone that I know, to be honest.
Damn.
Oops. That's the fucking truth.
One thing about a garden tool, they will always use an excuse or blame somebody else for the things that they do, for the image that they put out to the world. So what she did was she came up with this elaborate excuse to blame him for his OnlyFans stuff and say that he had this 2-year lie as to why I left my child's father. He lied to me. He was looking at porn, and he was looking at my girlfriend. He was looking at her porn, right? But she had a plan the whole time. He was somebody that she would never respect anyway, right? He was somebody that she looked down on, that was younger than her. She don't respect him, don't love him, don't fear him. She had a whole motive on what she was doing. And once she accomplished that, and she so-called messed up, she was ready to go. But women like this, they like thugs, right? Thugs, real niggas, street N-words. You know what I mean? They like to get with the guys that they deem exciting. They about that action. And this, back in, years back, before she met PJ Washington, she was doing interviews where she interviewed Kevin Gates. Now, Kevin Gates was somebody that she was really intrigued by, that she was ready to move the thong to the side and let him go to work, right? Because she deemed him as a guy that's exciting. He's about that action. But let's revisit some old footage.
In 2019 is when I first saw you. Yeah. And you were actually, Will and I worked together, and you were the only person that I wanted to see the entire festival. And today in 2022, it still rings true. You were the only person I wanted to see.
Did you like what you saw?
I actually loved it. I actually love what I'm seeing now.
Now, mind you, she's giving these excuses as to why she broke up with PJ Washington. But in this interview, you can clearly see how she's flirting. She's basically frisbeeing the coochie over to Kevin Gates. And she knows that Kevin Gates is all the way married at the time. She doesn't care, but remember the excuse that she made for why she left PJ, right? But this is the hypocrites and the hypocritical behavior that these garden tools use, right? So after the breakup with PJ, she was going on to all these different podcasts talking about she know her self-worth, she know who she is, she's basically arrived, and she's talking all of this holier than thou stuff. So she went on to Anton Daniels' show and she said this.
You don't think that you'll ever have a regular relationship? Like a normal, hey, listen, we one big family? Because a lot of the things that you reference, you say, yo, I want to wear the pajamas on Christmas and all that other type of stuff. You don't think that that's a realistic goal for you?
In my heart, it's on my heart, so I know it's real. But from what I've seen so far and feeling kind of like a guinea pig, because I'm one of the OG Instagram girls. You know what I mean? There's a handful of us. But it feels like even if athlete, rapper, or someone in the industry, that most likely won't be a monogamous, committed, devoted relationship.
So after the breakup, she talked about a lot of holier than thou stuff. She went onto all these podcasts. She messed around with a lot of people. She was brought on colleges to talk to athletes about watching out for these garden tools that's coming for their money. She went on a Club Shay Shay. She talked about how many athletes and men that she slept with, and she's been basically them cheeks have been boat raced, right? They don't even close up no more. It's just permanently open, right? But she embraced Islam. But what we behind closed doors, Kevin Gates had also embraced Islam, and now we see them together. So now we're putting two and two together. Well, maybe she embraced Islam because of Kevin Gates, because we remember the old video of her basically trying to frisbee the coochie to Kevin Gates, right? Well, Kevin Gates went on Young Miami's podcast, because everybody has a podcast now, and he talked about being married to more than one woman and the aspects of being happy with women. Check this out.
Muslim, you can have multiple wives, right?
Say we can have 4, but 1 is preferred.
Okay, so if you can have,
I don't want multiple wives. I just want 1.
okay,
I don't want that.
why?
Because I just want my 1. I don't want to have multiple wives. I done did that already. That's bull. So I wouldn't want multiple wives. I mean, anybody that have multiple women, they look stressed out.
So you see him, basically fraud and talking about he don't want more than one woman and all this kind of stuff. But we know that he was cheating on Drika Gates forever. We even saw this guy spit in a pregnant woman's mouth on stage. Like, this guy's a weirdo, right? And we know that he's a liar when he's talking about only being with one woman. But he was recording himself talking to his mama about relationships and talking about people that criticize him for the things that he do. And this is what he said when he was talking to his mama.
Hey, Mom, I'm going to tell you something. I don't care about what nobody say about me or what they think about me. You talking about people who ain't never killed nothing and ain't going to never let nothing die. Ain't nobody on this earth can stop breathing because of you. So your opinion don't even matter to me. I don't care how grandma say. I don't care what they say, baby. They mother mouth ain't no prayer book.
Exactly.
I'm doing what a Muslim man supposed to do. Yeah. It take a village. I thought it was, yeah. Black people love to say, it take a village. But then once I become a village,
Right.
oh, it's a problem now.
So now you have Drika Gates and you have Brittany Renner, and you have within the public perception and image the good girl and the bad girl, but they all chasing this one particular type of guy, right? And this is in the hood where everybody say, like, these women in our communities, they having babies by the same particular type of guy for the most part, right? This guy, he converts to Islam. He gets Drika to convert to Islam. He gets Brittany Renner. Now, these are two beautiful women. I mean, oh my God, like, beautiful women, right? But the thug or the real N-word, he gets to have access to these women in every actual way, every way, right? He gets to have access to these women. I ain't mad at him, but he gets to have access, right? And this is the thing. This is the type of men that these women choose. And then they complain when things go wrong, right? Now, Brittany Renner was saying that she don't want those type of men, those type of cheaters, but this is what she gravitates to. PJ Washington was too good for her. He was too clean. He was too green. She want a real nigga. She want a thug. She want a gangster. She want a guy that can put her in her place and bang her brains out till she can't walk. They want all that kind of stuff. It don't matter if he's a cheater or he's not producing anything for her. That's just what they've been conditioned to be attracted to. Drika as well, right? But Drika is more of the person that's not in the limelight in the media. She's not the type of person that's going to go after you like that and try to destroy you in the media. She's like non-confrontational. And this is what she's saying.
Right? No, not really. Okay, Kevin has this thing. He's like, a person would be really pissed off with you. And I was like, why? He was like, because you don't fight back. He's like, because you don't argue. Like, I really don't argue with him. Like, I'm not about to argue with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so amazing. Because I will argue.
I know. And you know what's so funny though? I feel like he genuinely likes that.
Right.
But that's not why I don't do it. I just don't argue.
Right.
Like, I don't have,
like, you don't want to.
yeah, I'm not going there.
Now, Drika, she's never really made public statements to come out and defame him or destroy him. But there's another woman that did. And listen, Kevin Gates got access to some prime USDA primetime meat, man. Like, God darn, man. But this is the thing. The sad part is a lot of these beautiful women are attracted to the wrong men. And then when they get all done wrong, all beat, battered, pregnant, they want to, like this what a lot of guys say, they want to come down to the regular 9 to 5 guy and want them to clean up their mess and fix or build them back up. No, but look at the beauty of these women. But look at the type of men that they choose. It happens all the time where I come from. I understand. I was out there. I know how I go. Is that all women know? But this is part of the conversation, right? Dudes like this. He's the cousin at the barbecue that his kids be at your house all the time. You the married man with the family and everything, holding your family down. But your bum ass cousin or brother, he's the one that all the women in the family love, right? But he's a bum. He's a bum. He look good. He got a nice car. He's charismatic. But you basically take care of his kids. His kids at your house all the time, right? He's a philanderer. He's outside in the street all the time. But he's the guy to get all the respect at the barbecue and at the house, right? He's the exciting guy. That's just the way. That's the way it is. But let's check this woman out. Let's check out this woman basically calling him out.
It's honestly just sick how I was just laid up with him and you seen it and decide to hit him up to meet up. Just disgusting. He called you washed several times and that you lost your glow. That just goes to show you how this man just uses women when it's beneficial to him. Just manipulative and narcissistic as you turned Muslim because it's a trend and it's honestly a mockery to the religion. Cut it out.
So she's exposing him for being a fraud, but remember, she spread her cheeks and allowed him to boat race too, right? But now she's mad because he's doing what real N-words do. Like, how did you expect commitment from having non-committal sex from a man that wasn't going to be with you? This is the dumbness of these women and why most of these young girls need protection from a man. But you need your father, your brother, somebody that don't want nothing from you, that love you enough to protect you, that can give you game. Like, why are you sleeping with him? What did he do to earn the right to get between your legs, right? So now you online screaming to the world for anybody to hear. No, I don't blame Kevin for that. You are the problem. You did it. It's your body, your choice. You allowed him to get between your legs. Don't say nothing bad about Kevin. You did it. That's exactly what I would tell her if I was her father or her brother. Because you're responsible for yourself, right? But these women don't have no protection. So now we're hearing that Brittany Renner, she's allegedly married Kevin Gates, right? But Kevin Gates is still allegedly married to Dreka. But he married her. They had a premiere of Basketball Wives, all the foolishness TV stuff, right? But Dreka's behind the scenes. And she's putting up stuff like this. Proud to say that I've successfully completed the first trimester of school. Just started the second one. I'll be completed with this in its entirety by January 1st, 2006. Sex and love coach. Like, this stuff is crazy. Getting the love you want, right? And this is the stuff that they're putting in, because now she's going through certain things, getting the love she wants. No, you need a father, and you need protection to keep certain people away from you and to protect you from your decisions at times. Because a lot of women, when it comes to men, make horrible decisions at times, and they need protection the same way young men do, right? But this is the thing, that woman called them out for being frauds and said that they was embracing Islam because of a man. They're not embracing Islam for the love of Allah. They're embracing Islam because of a man. That's what they're embracing it for, right? And the thing is, he's not creating a structured environment for these women. He's just doing him. He's running around doing him. You know, this red pill, online stuff, no accountability, no sacrifice, no commitment. I can be with as many women as I want because I got money and I can do me. Right? I don't have to present myself a certain way where my children can see me and understand what manhood is, or understand what womanhood is, or understand what the proper choices is in picking a mate. I don't got to do that no more. Right? We don't have to do the traditional way no more. We just going to do us, and however it land, it just land. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to operate in chaos. No more structure. We're going to do us. And we're going to let all the children see us doing it. But then as they start getting older, we're going to call them out and try to hold them accountable for the things we presented to them. That's the world we in now. That's the Kevin Gates, the Drekas, the Brittany Renners, and the girl on here, and everybody else, all you see outside. There's no more accountability. I do what I want, and when accountability come knocking, I want to blame everybody but myself. That's the world we live in. But I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.